guys, this is Walt with Team Board Wipe, and today I have a deck profile for you, something I played at yesterday's Star City tournament, and managed to place top 8 out of 40 or so people, give or take. So I decided to try something since we got some new cards in the Battles of Legends set that just came out. That was Spright. And let's get into the deck profile. First of all, 50 cards. And does include the adventure package. So to start out with, 3 Spright Blue, 3 Spright Jets, a carrot, and a red. And then to go along with those, 3 starters, and 1 double cross. Definitely prefer main decking this card and then siding it out if I go second. I know I won't always start, but I like this card because it's a change of heart. It's a way to revive certain cards of yours that you might want to reuse again. It's non-destructive removal. Not too shabby. Didn't want to play the Pixies. Didn't really see a need to right now. Next part of this deck is the adventure stuff. So 3 Water Enchantress, along with 1 Wandering Griffin Rider, 3 Rite of Aramasir, 1 Draco Bag, 1 Fateful Adventure. Standard ratio. Didn't want to add anything, didn't want to cut anything. It's exactly what you need for establishing a early negate to help avoid Nibiru. Next, some utility monsters. Nimble Beaver, 3 Nimble Beaver, 3 Nimble Angler. I decided to go with 3 because there is a bunch of discard outlets in this deck, Fateful Adventure being one of them. You'll see a few more upcoming here. So it is not a bad card to open at all. Next, ran 3 Swap Frog. And the reason why we run Swap Frog is for the new Mirror Mage of the Ice Barrier. It is an Aqua that you can send off a Swap Frog, and when it is sent to the graveyard, you search for an Ice Barrier spell, which is Freezing Chains the Ice Barrier, which is the Monster Reborn. That way, these 2 make you a totally awesome and a very easy negate. Then you can always send Angler off of Swap Frog, and that's full combo plus negate. Then for a few utility cards, Foolish Burial. It's 1 card starter. Send your Enchantress, send your Angler, few combos. For hand traps, 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Infinite Impermanence. This is all I played for hand traps in the main deck. Just needed the most generic things, and I decided to take a board breaker approach to this deck, so I thought that this was good enough as far as hand traps go. Speaking of board breakers, Change of Heart, Snatch Steal, 3 Enemy Controller, 3 Forbidden Droplet, 3 Cashier Fender. These all put in an amazing amount of work today. Enemy Controller helped me dodge a bunch of imperms. Droplet did more or less the same kinds of things. Change of Heart, Snatch Steal, really good ways to non-destructive remove things. And yeah. Especially considering that Phantom of Yubel was a new card out of the new Battles of Legend 2, I was very concerned about having to deal with that, and monster effects into that particular card aren't great, so these worked out wonderfully. So that was the main deck, 50 cards. Let us get into the extra deck. Start out with 1 Spright Spring, 1 SP Little Knights, 1 IP Masquerena, 1 Pit Knight early. My usual ending board would be 1 or 2 forms of the negates, either the Toad or the Griffin Rider plus token, with Pit Knights pointing to IP. So you have a 3rd monster negate and IP turning it into something else. A few other utility monsters. I decided to go with Barricade Board Blocker. The Ice Barrier spell is a continuous spell, and Fateful Adventure is also a continuous spell, so the ability to recycle them seemed like something niche but cool to do. And this is an incredibly generic monster, so linking off whatever you steal from your opponent's side of the field seemed like a really good plan. I didn't use it for any of its recursion abilities, but it was really nice having that something really generic after you've already made your IP early, and probably your Little Knight as well. Also played Sky Striker Ace Azalea Temperance. This came out of the new Battles of Legends set. I just wanted to try it because you run a bunch of spells in this deck, so you're usually going to have something to banish for Azalea's effect, which is to target a monster 2500 or less attack and then equip it to her, non-destructive removal. It came up a few times today and actually won me a game here and there. I don't know if I can still, recommend it, but it's definitely put in some work. Aside from that, Appaloosa, because you're always going to have enough material to make Appaloosa. Underworld Goddess to deal with the towers monsters like Pearly Noir. Yeah. For the Exceeds, 2 Gigantic Spright, 1 Totally Awesome, 1 Ninja Shadow Mosquito, 1 Onibimaru. I have never been a huge fan of this card, but it did actually work out for me today as a good piece of non-destructive removal. I don't know how I feel about it still. It could be a it could be the rank 2 cat, mannequin cat, or something else, I don't know, but it worked. It did the thing. And then a Downer Magician with a Zeus for a bunch of mass removal, because you can. For the side, I decided to run a bunch more board breakers to really drive the point home. So 3 evenly matched. This card is incredibly underrated in this format right now, just because they put your opponent puts up boards that don't deal or don't have Omni negates, specifically Snake Eyes, so evenly takes care of a lot of that. Lightning Storms, along with a Harpy's Feather Duster, to deal a lot with the back row decks. The Spright Smashers to swap out with your Double Cross. I had room for 1 Twin Twister, just for the siding patterns. It did work good enough. Red Resonator for time. I wasn't able to get anybody in time with it, which is fine. I didn't have any draws, so oh well. 3D Barrier, because I am scared to death of Voiceless against this deck. And 3 D-Shifter, because even though I have a bunch of graveyard effects, siding this in against certain decks will hurt them a lot more than it hurts you. So that is the deck profile. I thought Spright was a fun pick. It wasn't any of the meta darlings right now, like Snake Eyes or whatever, and it ended up working out a lot better than I had imagined. So anyway, like, comment, and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video.